really the goal of the call today, the goal is just to help inspire, impact, influence, help you do better with your business. And I thought of nobody better to have on the call today than Sophia. And the reason I say that, Sophia, is like, I know you're like, why am I on the call? It's to you, it should be clear. To me, it's clear. It's because you've been kicking ass and taking names. And it's been awesome to watch. It's been awesome to see the numbers that you've been put up. I mean, $5,000 of submitted business more than 6 weeks in a row. You had a couple of weeks over 10. You had, you know what I mean? It's been crazy to watch. And it's just to see you hit that success level and just know what it does for your mental state, your bank account, and for the people around you is some pretty cool things from perspective, just me watching. So I want to get into some deep stuff and I want to talk about what you've been doing. But if you would, Sophia, could you tell the callers, could you tell the people watching maybe just a little bit about your background, you know, like where you came from and how you got into doing this crazy insurance thing? That'd be awesome.
Sure. Well, first of all, thank you for having me on the call. I appreciate it. I actually got started in this business. I got my license back in 2020. I didn't actually start writing like business though until 2021. Before that, simultaneously while I was in the class for licensing, I was actually in school. In college, I was actually, what I thought I wanted to be doing was nursing. So I was doing that at first, and I was serving also. Pretty simple. It took one time for me to get fired while I was serving, for someone else to have control of my money, fire me for not even a good reason. Like after working there for like over 2 years, like I was like, all right, that happened. And I was like stunned because I was like, dang, like really? I've been there for over a year and they really didn't care. Like they just fired me like nothing. I was like, yeah, that can't happen. Like I didn't like that feeling at all. Didn't like how it made me feel. I was like, no, I need to be in control. So literally since then, I did not go back and work for someone else. Like I was just like, and that's me personal. Like if you want to, you can. But like personally, I was like, nah, that can't happen. Like I can't do that. So then I was like, what other better thing to do than what my sister's in? So of course, everyone knows Sydney's my big sister. And so I've seen her and Justin killing it in the business, and they've always gave the opportunity. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give it a shot. And so that's when I actually took the licensing seriously. I got my license 2020, like I said, and then I started writing business in 2021.
Wow, that's incredible. I'm with you. Like when some people were, it's funny to me because people are like, well, hey, like, I don't know if I want to do commission because like there's no security in that. And like, you don't know what you're going to make. And I just listen to your story and go, there's no security in any job. It's all up here in your head. You know, like there's no security in it. It is a mental game, right? And so like, you know, one day you're employed and you got a job, the next day somebody doesn't like you and you don't have a job anymore, you know? And after 2 years, that's kind of crazy. So it's exciting to see you in charge of your destiny and kind of like forging your own path now. So you were doing, I say sales, but it was serving. You were serving tables, and then you got your insurance license. And so kind of tell me about that. Like you said, your sister, and I love Sydney, I love Justin, and they've been very successful. So, you know, they've done good. So tell me about getting into the business, and what was that like for you being new, like being with your kind of, I don't know if it was a good thing that your sister's in the business, a bad thing. People can look at that both ways, but what is it for you?
Definitely, yeah, I would say what you said, like people can see it both ways, but honestly, I don't even see it as a competition. It's just like pure inspiration for me. Like I just look at them and I'm just get inspired like more and more each time, like just seeing what things that they've been able to do, travel, just be in control of them, having their own business, being able to schedule their own time, do whatever they want. Like those were just key things that I was like, that's the type of lifestyle I want to live. And I saw that Legacy brought the opportunity, and I was like, I need to look into it. Like, why wouldn't I? And so, yeah, I just saw my sister killing it, you know, doing whatever they wanted to do. And I was like you said, like can see it both ways, but it's not even competition. Like it's an amazing thing to be able to work not only just with my sister, but with like the rest of my family. My father's also in the business. So it's just like a blessing, honestly. Like it's an amazing feeling.
That's cool. So being that your sister was already, you know, kicking ass and taking names when she was in the business and you got started, my guess would be on like if I didn't know any better, my guess would be that you came in and just killed it right away. Would you say that's the case?
I would say once I set my mind to do that, that was the case.
Okay.
But last year, actually, I was writing business, but not anything like I am now. Like all it took was a decision now. So just to put into perspective, last year I was writing business here and there, but the main thing was that I wasn't consistent. So the main difference now is that I am consistent, but that
Okay.
was just a decision. I just had to make that decision for myself. That's just something that I wanted. So like for an example, last year I wrote in the entire year, like a little bit over 17K. And in the first month of January this year, I passed that in 1 month.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's
So
incredible.
it's pretty crazy.
So would you say that last year, like you were in the business, but you weren't really in it? Like you were kind of here, but you weren't really putting forth the effort, or what's the
Right.
difference? What do you think it
Yeah.
was?
So like I said, I just wasn't being consistent. And so what I do is I actually train every morning at 7
Mhm.
a.m. Now I go and I train every morning. And I was always doing that since December 2020. I've been training. So I would say that I was just really focused on that. And I would just, not that you can't do both, but I just somehow like just made it, excuses when you're not fully set to something, you're not fully committed. You find any excuse. So I was like, I don't know, like all my time needs to be there and I need to be eating. I need to have my meals on time. Like, how am I going to book appointments around that? So I kind of just did any little thing around that time that I could find. So that's why I wasn't submitting consistently. And so, yeah, like I said, the only thing would be a decision. Like I just knew what I wanted. Don't get me wrong. When I was submitting last year, I was making out money on what I submitted, but I wasn't doing it consistently. So the difference now is like I'm super consistent and like it just keeps flowing now. Like I don't have to be worrying about that. Um, I just knew that I just knew my potential and I knew that I was the only one holding myself back.
Love
Like
that. So
seriously, like it was just me.
what did like, because I know you're just kind of getting started, getting rolling, getting things going. Did you just all of a sudden need money or something? Or like you just were like what there I feel like to go from that to this, had to be, I mean, and I know there's always a series of events that happens,
For sure.
but was there something that you're like, damn it, like I'm just gonna do this? Or was it just like over time you made that decision? Was there like a
Well, honestly, I would say that I just got tired of the potential that I had, like the potential that I knew I had. And especially all kudos to literally all of Leadership Council for believing in me. Like, feel like that's like honestly the biggest thing. Like, you guys believe in me, and that made me even believe in myself even more. And if not that, if I didn't have somebody in my ear all the time telling me that, I probably wouldn't even believe it as hard as I do. But like, the support that Legacy has, like the biggest thing for me. Like I just heard it all in my ear and I was like, you know what? I know I'm good at this. Like I do it when I go. I just wasn't going enough. So I was like, I'm literally standing in my own way, like straight up. And yes, I did need money, but I wouldn't say that that's the biggest thing. Like
right?
I just got tired of knowing that I could do something that I wasn't doing.
Well, and everybody's got a different thing. Some people it's like, damn, they just need to make money and they're gonna go work all day. And for some people, they don't have that need yet, right? Like you're just starting life, right? Like, I had kids and stuff, like, dang, I gotta make some money. Like, they're depending on me right now.
For
And
sure.
so it's finding that what is it for somebody, right? Like everyone's got to find their thing that's going to make them get up early and stay up late. And you wanted to be good personally. You were working on your training. Like that's amazing, right? You got that right. And then it's figuring out how to schedule the other time, right? And so I feel like it's kind of crazy when you think about it because it doesn't change doesn't really take that long. Like the change didn't take long.
No,
It's
no,
that decision to change that takes
exactly.
forever, you know? Like I know me, right? And I go, "Oh, I want to change this. Oh, I want to change this." But until I decide I'm not going to eat that crap and I'm going to eat better and treat my body better and actually
Right.
that's what I'm going to do, it's not going to happen, right? I can talk about it all day long until you change your standards. And as soon as you change your standards and say, "This is what I want to do," things start to happen in your life, right? Things start to change. Like I would guess with you training since last year, you're probably in the best physical shape you've ever been in.
For sure. Yeah.
Okay. What's really cool is think about what it's going to be like for you 6 months, 12 months, 2 years into this run. You're not only going to be physically in the best shape, you're going to be financially and mentally in the best shape because when you get your physical stuff in order, you get your financial stuff in order, it's easier to keep your mental stuff in order because it's always this mental game, you know,
100%.
it's always
Right.
this mental game.
Right. And so I was, since of the training, like I put out consistency and dedication. Like I knew that I could show consistency and dedication to something. And so literally all you guys in my ear telling me like, you are capable of doing it. You just have to shift those principles into a different vehicle. And then once I heard that, I was like, you know what, that's so true. Like, what am I doing? Basically, like, just do
Okay.
it, you know?
Oh yeah. I always wonder, like I see people and I'm like, damn, like you're jacked, bro. Like I know that took some discipline. Come
Yeah,
on, man, just use that muscle here. Like use it right
exactly.
here. You
Exactly.
know, it's you're so right because people have I feel like everybody has disciplines that they use. They have habits that they use. It's just how do you take that same discipline and put it into this, right? How
Into
do you make
something
that
else.
decision?
But it's just shifting it. Exactly. Yeah.
I love the way you put that because that's a really great way to put it. So what do you say? Because I mean, you made the decision, you started working. What does that look like? I mean, when you say you're consistent, what to be able to submit the amount of business you've been submitting, do you have an appointment goal that you're running, or do you have like a amount of calls that you're making, or like what are you doing on a week to week basis?
Right. So yeah. So staying consistent is one thing. How to do it is another. So by being able to do that, I've just been making more dials till that leads to making more appointments. So as long as I know that I have enough appointments to do that, then I know I'm set. That can be different from week to week. Of course, you have higher apps sometimes than others. You know, it's different. It varies. Sometimes you get there quicker than you even think. And you're like, whoa, is that all it took? Like, I remember the first times I was doing this, I was like, what? It's that simple? I was like, that's crazy. Like, you really don't know. The numbers just accumulate. It's really not that hard to get there, I would say. You
So
know?
your deal is you're going to go till you get to the numbers. It's not
Yes.
it's not
Yes.
like so if you can hit it in 1 or 2 days, great. Takes you 3 or 4, whatever it takes, you're willing to do it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Awesome. And you're not compromising your training, right? You're squeezing that in.
No, I do that every morning. So I knock that out early in the morning, and then the rest of my day is just towards this.
And when you say you do that in the morning, is that 2 hours, 1 hour, 3 hours? How much time is that?
So actually, I used to be going every morning at 9 a.m. So
Uh-huh.
regardless, I trained for 2 hours, but I was going at 9 a.m. and it was kind of taking up some time that I knew I could be utilizing. So I was like, I think I'm gonna make the shift. Like waking up a little earlier couldn't be that bad. Like it shouldn't be that bad. And it's just gonna give me more time for what I really want to do, which is book more appointments and things. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna wake up earlier. So now I actually have been going at 7 a.m. just so that I have more time to do different things during the day. And it's 2 hours, yes.
I love that. I love that. And that's the thing is like you've got to pick like if I'm talking to someone about their calendar, Sophia, I'm always going like, what's your priorities? Like let's put them in first. I want you to go exercise. I want you to spend time with your family. Don't work all the time. If you
Right,
work all day long every day, you're doing something wrong. You haven't figured it out yet. Like, we
right,
need to
right.
figure out how to get it done in certain times. So I love that. I love that you made that decision to switch things up so you could get more done. And
Yes.
so so as you've been on this journey, I'm sure there's been a lot of things that have gone right, a lot of things that probably have gone wrong. Can you share some of that with us?
Gone right. Okay, so of course my bank account gone right, like it's looking nice. Um spending like more time just building with the family, like just seeing everybody. It's funny, like it's contagious. Like you don't realize, but it's contagious. So like I started doing good, my dad started doing good, then I seen Sydney even started putting some numbers on the board aside from what she already does. Like it's just contagious energy. Everyone just wants to do even better, you know? And especially when you're working with your family, like there's really no better feeling. So that's the good stuff. Bad, like obstacle wise, you're gonna still get no shows. Don't think that I don't get no shows, and things like that. Rescheduling, sometimes it is frustrating when you know you have an application that can be submitted and you don't meet the cut of the week because our weeks end on Thursdays, you know, and you're like, dang it, I knew I have the numbers but I can't put it up. Like little things like that are frustrating, but as long as you know that you're gonna, submit it, it'll be fine. um Other bad things, I don't
Love that.
know, like I
That's
don't.
not that bad.
Yeah, nothing really, honestly.
I love that. I love that. So when you say you got your bank account right, let's talk about it because I feel like we should talk about some deposits. What are some of the deposits that you've seen over these last couple of weeks?
It's nice. Like I'll wake up one morning, have a deposit like over 900, go to sleep, wake up again, over 1,000, go to sleep, wake up, over 600, go to sleep, wake up, 500 plus. Like it's crazy. It just keeps, the thing with being consistent in this business is awesome because like you're just going to keep getting paid and paid. Like you're not even going to realize it's just going to keep coming in. So that's pretty cool.
What gets even crazier, I'm telling you, you consistently put those in. You're going to have some big ones, some little ones, some that get delayed a month or two sometimes. Most of
Right.
them don't. Most of them don't. Most of them are quick. But that one that gets delayed, when it comes through, you're going to be like, wow, that's amazing. You start getting the
Yes.
retirement, the referrals, and then your back end commissions and renewals. Oh my God. That's when it starts to get real crazy. When you're consistently writing that kind of business, understand that if you consistently write that for 12 months out of the year, well, the next 12 months, you're going to be getting all those back ends on top of the next writing it. So you're another, so literally you can get 20% more income doing the exact same thing, not getting any better.
Yeah,
It's,
that's
it's
crazy.
like your income will go up from this year to next year, at least 20% if you just do the same thing. It'll probably be more than that. I've seen way bigger jumps and it'll be absolutely crazy.
Right.
So, all right. So you do a lot. So you run appointments. Are you doing your stuff in person? Are you doing stuff over the phone? What's your strategy?
Yeah. So actually, when I first started the business, I started off over the phone,
Because of COVID
which
or because you just wanted to?
no, I'd say because I wanted to.
Okay. Okay.
Definitely. I've had to think back to the time. No, it's because I wanted to. At first it was pretty cool because before I even like physically had my license, my sister had me booking appointments for her, like to just get familiar with the script and like how the business works. And I would say like that was like 10 out of 10 for me to do because that helped me so much. I already got familiar with the process, how it went before I even did it for myself. So I'd say that helped me a lot. Typically though, I know it's reversed. You never start off usually on the phone. You usually go in person. I did make sales over the phone. That's what I was doing at first, like strictly over the phone. I started going in person last year, maybe halfway through, I'd say. And like the difference was just like insane, like insane. Like I was like, all right, I don't even care about over the phone. Like I'm going in person. Like you just build a better relationship with them. They can see you face to face. You see like things in the house that you wouldn't see if you weren't in the house. Like easily write like over 1, 2, 3 apps in a home just for going in home. Like if you're on the phone with one person, you're only gonna most of the time sell them. But like if you're in person and see the kids and things like that, are you going to really look at the parent and be like, are you not going to buy your kid insurance? Like, I don't think so. So like just things like that, little things that are different of going in the home that I just personally like it like 1,000 times better.
Have you started calling like clients and stuff on their birthday and wish them happy birthday and stuff like that yet?
I did do that. I have started.
It's incredible. And aren't they so excited to hear from you?
They are.
It blows my mind because they're like, it's almost like nobody called them, and like you're the only person.
Yeah. And sometimes you might get a sale off of it. So it's pretty cool.
Oh, I called this one guy one time, Sophia. It was crazy. Birthday, and I was like, hey, it's been like 2 years, Robin. We should do a review. And I'm thinking nothing's happening from this, right?
Right, right.
$575 a month later, I was fired up. I did that review, you
Nice.
know?
Yeah.
And it was like, it was one of those appointments, like I didn't even want to run it because I didn't think there was anything there. And then
Yeah, yeah.
I found all these policies and I was like, well, dude, like we can get you another extra 50 grand for the same price you're paying already.
Right, right.
It was you just never know, right? It's
You
always
don't.
worth
You
the
literally
review.
never know.
And seriously, there's people that will like wait for your call on their birthday if you start doing it. So once you start, you got to keep going because they'll
Right, you
like the
can't
old
stop.
people will be waiting for Sophia. They're like,
Yeah.
cool. Well, I definitely appreciate the example that you're putting up because it is huge. Like, like you're helping yourself, but you're helping everybody that's watching. People want to know what's going on. So like if you had any advice for like a person that's new or a person that's been around a while, like if you could just like put your heart out there to help somebody, like what would be some words of wisdom that you would put out there for an agent with us?
I would say please tap in and use the resources that are given to us. I'd say definitely tap into your team. Talking and being around the fire is really what definitely helped me a lot too. Like put yourself out there. You're only holding yourself back. Like literally the thing that I tell myself is like like Nike, literally don't think, just do it. Like that's all it took for me. Once I stopped thinking about, oh my gosh, do I want to run appointments? Like, oh my gosh, do I have to do dials? And let me honor myself, and actually, I don't want to do it, so I'm not going to do it right now. Like, no, like that was the worst thing. Like I was definitely not honoring myself in that way. Like once you do it, you're gonna love the results from it. So like, don't think about whether you want to do it or not. Like just do it because you know what's gonna come out of it. And literally that, just getting out of your own way, I would say, like, get out of your own way. You know your potential. We can help you out. We all know your potential as well. Like as long as somebody else believes in you, like you're gonna believe in yourself. It always helps. And just stay true and consistent to whatever it is that you want. Everyone's goals is different. You don't have to be writing over 5,000 every week, but like if you're trying to change your lifestyle and things that you want out of life that you're not getting yet, then all it takes is a decision to change.
I love that. I love that. And I'll tell you what, like when you're submitting $5,000 or more on a week average, you don't have financial problems. Like, you know what I
Right.
mean? Like you're just, the money is flowing, right? And then you just got to figure out how to keep most of it, just figure out how to
Of
start
course.
keeping it and doing good stuff with it. I'm really excited, Sophia. I'm like excited for what you got going on. I'm excited for what's happening. And I think you have a couple people that are selling some insurance too, don't you?
Actually, I'm so glad you asked. I'm so excited about this new side of the business, actually, because not only am I able to be working with my family, but I'm able to share this experience not only with everyone that I can, but like with my friends and people I actually really care about. The best thing is I have my best friend working with me, Valeria. She's killing it now. She's starting to submit more and more. Like everybody wins when that happens. Like we can travel, do like super cool things that we've always wanted to do, like just things like that. I actually have some people now in class, so I'm really excited about that.
That's cool.
Honestly, I can't wait till they get started. Like it's gonna be fire. I'm just excited.
It's so cool. Like it's one thing to make money yourself and like everybody's got to do that, right? It's awesome. Like you got to do it. But when you get to see somebody else make money and like that you had a part to play in that, like there's just something cool about that. There's something cool about knowing that like you helped a friend make, their first paycheck with a comma in it, or you helped a friend make 100 grand for the first time. Like
Of course.
how wild is that going to be that you're going to
Of
have
course.
you're going to have friends that will make hundreds of thousands of dollars because of what you've done. Um, and it's not like
It's a surreal feeling.
I want to say that we're special, right? Because we're all special, but we're not really special. It's the industry and it's just the systems that we have that makes it available, right? Like this is one of those industries where if you're not making money, throw the flag. Like there's something going wrong. Either you're not
Exactly.
working or you're not trying,
Exactly.
like you're not working or you're doing something wrong, I should say.
Right.
So you need to fix it. So very excited. I do appreciate you, Sophia, for taking the time out to get on the call today and talk to everybody. Is there anything I'm missing, you think?
Mm. No, I just think it was really crazy that the other day I got to say, hold on, my agent's calling me. I was like, my agent? What? I have a team that I'm in control with and I can help out. I was like, this is crazy. Like, that's just a whole other side of the business. I was just super excited for that.
Yeah, it gets to be fun when you start helping other people. And so I'm really excited for you. And again, I do appreciate you, Sophia, taking the time out. It has been crazy trying to get this scheduled with you. But I'm excited that we got it done. And I want to say to everybody out there, we're here to help. Anything we can do to help, we're here. The team is here. And here's what I found is when the student is ready, typically the teacher appears, right? And so like when you're ready to receive learning, typically a teacher will appear in your life. And I'm not saying a teacher at school but the teacher that's ready for you, right? Like, because everybody needs help, right? Like there's no way to get where we want to go in life if we just try to put it all on us, all on us, all on us, because it's a lot, especially in this world we live in. Like there's stuff pulling us in every direction. So I got like 17 texts while we're sitting here talking. And so like if we can just like for me, it's like if we can be open to receiving the coaching, if we can be open to learning the skills, then like there's plenty of people there that are willing to help. There's plenty of people doing it. Like I always thought, like, hey, like if there's other people that are making money doing this, they're not any better than me. Like I'm not any better than them. Like we're the same. Like we were both born and like we're here now. And if you can figure it out, I can figure it out, right? And if I can figure it out, you can figure it out. We just got to take the time and the effort to get there. So hope you guys have a profitable, productive day. Sophia, keep crushing it. You're absolutely inspiring. I told you this before, but you inspire me more than you know. You make me, I made dials, I booked appointments. Like I get excited. I get more and more excited because of it. So keep crushing it. And we'll catch you guys soon on another call. See ya.
All right, thank you so much.